Lucas! What's up, man? How you doing? It's been a minute. Hey, Lucas. Taking a break. It's always good to take a break. But I'm glad it's nothing serious. And how do I deal with prolonged playing breaks and or injury? Knock on wood. I'll get to that quick. That's a great question. I'll get to that in a second. Hell Trucks, play a song. Here's some sort of a song going on. But there'll be plenty of songs happening. Red! What's up, man? How you doing? Red with the green profile picture. Nice to see you. It's been a minute. Hope you're been doing well, man. So, how's I'm not sure what you've been doing. I think last time we talked, you were going to school, doing some playing. So I hope that's been going well. So I'm just gonna address Lucas's question here about how do I deal with prolonged playing breaks and or injury. Now, look, so in terms of like playing breaks, I'm trying to think of the last time I took like a really long break from playing. But I do take breaks regularly. Sometimes I've recently I've taken up to like a week of not playing, and usually it's because I'm like doing other things. But also, when I'm taking these breaks, I'm still listening to lots of music. I'm still watching music, right? I'm still thinking about music. But also, it is nice to just, if you've been playing your instrument for a while, doing lots of gigging, lots of rehearsing, lots of just kind of teaching as well, sometimes you just need to give your body a break. Give your mind a rest as well. That's really important. It's always nice to kind of just have a reset. Taking a break is not a bad thing at all. And when your body tells you that you need to, you gotta listen. And I think because I've been doing that regularly over the years, that I've been able to maintain my playing health on the instrument in order to also avoid injury. That's the other thing too. I think in terms of something like that where injury was a thing, and I'm knocking on wood because, you know, for all of us, for myself, but for all of us, you know, we never want to go down that route, right? It was when I was younger, in my 20s, and playing a lot of upright bass gigs where I'll just be digging in too hard and getting these crazy blisters. Like, I mean, like crazy, like real, like ouch kind of stuff. And it would be, sometimes I would overdo it, and it would be where, like, by the end of the first set, I'm just like, man, how am I gonna play the second set, right? And that happened to me a bunch of times when I was playing with a great trumpet player named Marquise Hill. And that kind of music and that gig, you know, we really like go in. And so, like, I was also, you know, still figuring things out that, you know, and I was just digging in way too hard. So that was the thing. And that music is not some of the easiest music to play either, you know? But eventually I figured out that, like, hey, you know what? In order to create intensity, I don't need to dig in as hard, even on the instrument. And actually the instrument sounds better and plays better when you don't dig in so hard. So I always try to have the mindset and just the whole thing of avoiding anything that can cause injury, and that also goes for things outside of music as well, right? Always kind of cautious of those kind of things. But in terms of taking a break, it's great to take a break. There's nothing wrong with doing that. If you've come off like a long tour or a long teaching stint or something, it's good to have a reset. And it doesn't mean that like, hey, you're letting yourself down by not, pushing through and all that. You'll be inspired to when it's time to just pick up the instrument and hey, let me play again, right? But take a break. There's nothing wrong with a break. Break is always good, all right? It's a way of acknowledging your body and being kind to it and letting it just catch up. And that's really important if you want to have longevity in terms of playing your instrument instead of burning yourself out. So I hope that's helpful. But really good question. So, welcome to the live stream. This is the last live stream of this slot, Thursday/Friday, because for some of you it's Thursday and for some of you it's Friday. So this is the last one of this one for 2025. I do have one more left, which will be next week, earlier in the week, since I've been doing this twice a week now, right? But I want to welcome you. Thanks for joining me. And wow, it's crazy how a year has just flown by, and these live streams have just been building up, and it's a lot of fun. I really appreciate just connecting with you cats. I love the questions. I love all the funny chats and comments and all that throughout this whole year. We've had some really fun moments, and we're just adding to that. We just keep on going, right? And so what's going on in the chat here? Red is saying, I quit school, unfortunately. I'm really lazy, but just been listening to different rock genres. Well, look, I think you could be easier on yourself, Red. You know? You're young, you're figuring stuff out, you're figuring out what it is that you want to do. Alright? But I think you can be more kind to yourself. You know, the passion of music and playing is still there. You'll find it. It happens to all of us. It was like that with me. All right. So let it happen, man. Yeah, you're good. And Lucas, I appreciate the great question. And yeah, you take care, man, and happy holidays. And yeah, feel free to reach out to me anytime, man. Charles Murfield, try an 8-stringer. I've tried an 8-string bass, but you know, the one where it's the octave strings, and those are really cool. They're a lot of fun, really cool sound. I've also tried an 8-string where it was literally like wide 8-string bass, and that was crazy. But yeah, I think 6-string is probably as much as I can go. So yeah, Killer Fridge, how you doing? Nice to see you. And yep, I got the groove line out. I was like, let me pull out the groove line. This is my baby right here. This thing is my loyal, trusty steed right here. Has been all over the world with me on so many recordings and has really helped shape me as a musician, and has been there for some of the greatest career moments of my life, musical moments, which is really cool. So yeah, the groove line, it's always a special, and of course, you know, I absolutely love and adore all my instruments that I have, and playing my custom 6-string a lot, because you know, yeah, I'm really even, you know, 3 years in, I'm still, you know, discovering the great things that it has to offer, and also just getting used to it as well, and really exploring what that instrument has. But there is a special thing whenever I pick up the groove line. It's like, now that's home. It really is. So yeah, love the space. Just has such a beautiful singing quality to it. No matter what pickup configuration I use, so right now I'm on the bridge pickup, but if I go to the front pickup, Definitely gives you a more mellower sound, but it's still a great solo sound. It's really nice. Both pickups. Beautiful, right? Sammy G, what's up? Nice to see you. And look at you, makes me realize how much I need a haircut. I know, like I had a haircut, just like earlier this week. I had a haircut, and I got some new glasses as well, new frames, which is really exciting because my other frames were my backup pair that I'd been using for quite a while. So finally got around to some new frames before the year is out, right? And you can thank my my wife / producer for helping me pick these, and also for cutting my hair too. Thank you, honey. And man, I appreciate it. The stream's been a highlight of the YouTube year. Oh man, thank you. Though this is always something this is something that I really enjoyed doing every single week for this past year. It's always something I really look forward to, meeting new cats, seeing new cats as well, and just whatever happens, just connecting, just playing. And it's a great way of just being with the instruments, and also for you to, see, like myself, even in a vulnerable state of playing, because, I'll be playing and not everything is perfect. But I think it's important for people to be able to see that instead of, what we see on social media where everything is like polished and produced. But it's not always like that, right? And that's something that I learned, when being around my mentors and my idols. Obviously, growing up and listening to all the recordings that they were on, you're just like, wow, they're just, they're playing as perfect, which, yes, it is. But it was also important for me to see the full human side of their playing. So when they would, mess up or play a wrong note or like lose the form or whatever, but it just made me appreciate them even more. It didn't make them any less of a musician. I really got to see how they deal with it, and just to see it, in the raw, right? That's what I love. And I got to appreciate the imperfections of things, right? And also learn, how do you deal with that, like on stage when you play a wrong note, or you're playing and everything is great and suddenly, oops, wrong note. Yeah, whatever, just keep going. So yeah. Killer Fridge says, responds to Red, who said he had left school. He quit school after my first 2 years of music degree before going back and doing it again 2 years later. Yeah, and what I was talking about earlier about, taking a break, when you need to. Sometimes you need to do that in any aspect of life. But definitely, and I'll say this, college and university is not for everyone. It really isn't, and that's okay. Sometimes, you get to college and then you figure out, hey, you know what? This is not really my thing. And that's okay. And you do have chances later on when you're older, if you do want to go back. A lot of people do that. I remember when I was at Cal Arts, there were a lot of, you'll see that in any college these days, university. There's going to be, obviously, the younger students, who are fresh out of high school. And then you'll also see people who are much later, who are much older. I remember there were a few people in their 60s who were doing their degrees or getting their masters or finishing their degrees that they started like years ago, right? And that's what you can do if that's what you want to do. There are also some people who started and maybe after even the first semester they were like, this is not for me. You always got to find what is right for you. And you know in your heart what that is. As long as you're honest with yourself, right? And the groove line gives Patitucci vibes. Yeah, I mean, it definitely has that thing. The only thing I would say with the groove line, and for about like 30 seconds, Patitucci has played this groove line as well. There was, I've mentioned before, there was a gig I was playing, and Patitucci came, and I was mainly playing upright on that gig, and he came. And, I had him sit in. He played my upright bass. Sounded incredible, of course, And then, like, in the break, he was like, hey, man, man, can I see your 6-string? I was like, absolutely. I handed it to him. He put it on and kind of played it for a bit. He's like, I've never seen an Ibanez like this before. I'm like, yeah, sure. I told him about the whole groove line thing and all that. But it was cool to see him just with the bass on and just kind of messing around. He's like, yeah, it feels good, man. It's really nice. I said, the only thing that I know that you'll be like, what? Is that it only has 22 frets. And he's like, oh, yeah, okay. His bass has 26 frets, right? His Yamaha, the JP model. He's like, sure, let's do 26 frets. But he has 2 more, right, than the standard 24, and mine is 2 less. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the groove line only has 22 frets. That's the thing. Which, at first, I was like, man. But then I got used to the 22 frets. I really did. I got used to it, and it was totally fine. So that when I got my my BTB custom, which is 24, of course I asked for full 24 frets on that. I was thinking about 26 on that, but they would have to really cut into the over here, and I don't know how that was gonna go look. But anyway, 24. I had to get used to 24 again, which was interesting. I was like, oh, but it was so cool having that high C and also the B. I was like, yeah. And yeah, and so yeah, this is the thing. The groove lines, like, yeah, you're not gonna see a whole lot of people really playing them, and even when they were in production, I still didn't see a lot of people playing them. I really didn't. And around Los Angeles, I never saw another groove line. I think I might have been the only one playing a groove line bass. There wasn't that I know of, but at least in my circles and in the music scene that I was involved in, there was no one playing a groove line bass. So yeah. Let's do one where we just play sus chords. Alright, lots of sus chords. Because why not? Sus chords are awesome. And sound great on the bass. That's kind of hard, actually. That's good. That's a tough one. But it's always nice having a challenge. Always. Just trying to get that's the thing, when you like just a bunch of sus chords in that kind of motion, it's kind of difficult trying to get some melodies. Obviously it's there, but it can just be a little more challenging. Sometimes even a little more challenging. I think I mentioned this the other day. Even sometimes a little more challenging than trying to play like giant steps. You know, at least for me. I've spent a lot of time on giant steps. But you know, hey, thank you, Jay Plater. Thanks for joining. And if you're here for the first time, whoever's here, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. It helps get my content into just random YouTube feeds, and that happens every single time. There's always new people who jump on here who say, hey, I just came across your feed, or came across your video on my feed just randomly, and that's how it is. So it's all good. If you've got any nerdy bass questions, please throw it down in the chat. Anything you want to know from my experience of playing gigs and just bass playing in general, throw it down in the chat. Anything about gear, techniques, playing in bands, how to deal with certain situations in a band, or anything like that. Recording, touring, gigs, techniques, concepts, anything to do with bass playing and music. That's what we like to do here on these live streams, is get these different kind of conversations going, which is always fun. True improvisation. It's just implementing things you already know in new ways. Yeah, I mean, you could look at it as the big puzzle, or just the infinite combinations of everything. Just like how we have a huge vocabulary of words and numbers, and we use that in order to have conversations with people. We use that to react and to interact. It's the same in music. When we talk and when we're having conversations, we are improvising. We're improvising using the bank of words and phrases that we learned when we were kids, and we're putting it together. So that's what we do in music as well. And hey, you know, I understand what you're saying, Killer Fridge. You know, analyzing and theorize chords. So that's the information, right? And then obviously the improvising them, using them in a creative way, using them to create art, to express yourself. That's the humanity side of things, right? So having an understanding of all the concepts, that's the information. Now, you can't just play information. How do you turn that information into something meaningful? It's the same thing with words. You could know every single word in the dictionary and more. But are you actually going to say something that means something when you put them all together? Sometimes you can tell a lot just by using just a few words, and it's the same thing here in music. You might learn all these, like, you know, really intricate, sophisticated, like, jazz phrases, but it doesn't mean that you can tell a story by just playing it. You're actually repeating somebody else's story. So say, for example, you know, and I'm not saying that, you know, you shouldn't transcribe stuff, because you absolutely should. You need to understand how these people used all this information to create music, right? That's the thing. But you also need to understand how you can use it in your own way. Charlie Hayden, who was one of my bass teachers, the great bassist Charlie Hayden, he said to me, you will never discover your own music if you only try to play like other people. If you only dedicate that because you're playing somebody else's story. Learn from other people's stories to have your own, right? Draw from your experiences of life. Exactly. Why waste time using a lot of words when you can just do a few words? And it's the same thing here. You know, so even with like a bass line like that, that sounds like just absolutely crazy. We can tell a different story if it wants to get. How do I? Oh, I thought I get it. So even with just bass lines, you can tell a lot just by playing real simple notes depending on the context, right? But you can still create an arc on a shape according to what is going on around. So if there's other elements in there. I'm just going to do that. All right, and just there we go. Just take out that old bass line. So if I just go. Instead of, you know, that arpeggiated bass line that I was doing earlier, which was starting to be like, okay. It's like, we get it. But right here, you can build up into something. You have somewhere to go, right? Now, in terms of improvising, so obviously I'm playing something, you know, even just with bass notes, I'm playing something that is kind of based diatonically, right? And so without putting chords in as yet, one of the most powerful things that you can hear is when you have a bass line and some sort of like melody. Because that, in a way, paints the picture of what kind of chords would be in the middle. So I'm basing a lot of things, I mean, pretty much in the key of C major, but I'm not playing any C major. I'm starting on E minor, right? But this is the other thing too, is that, okay, if I said, I mean, you could look at it as C major, but we could even look at it as, G major as well. And I'm kind of more inclined to go for the G major, because I'm going to use that Lydian, so like G Lydian. And then what I might do is that very last chord before it starts to the top again, I might turn that into like a B major, just sneak it in there, right? A little bit of outside sidestepping. And this is the thing, it's like, there's so much that you can do with just even something like pentatonics, right? There's so much that you can do, and I feel like, and I've experienced this, is that often some people get judged, or some people judge people because they like to play pentatonics, saying that they don't know how to play anything else. As always, there's a time and place to play everything. There really is. And pentatonics, you can do so much with it. They sit in everywhere, right? They sit in so many places. And also, it's a very connecting sound as well. You can connect a lot, and you can connect to a lot of people with it, you know? Could you work a Lydian over this? Let's have a go, right? Maybe over that B, you could. But in a sense, not really. If I'm playing So A Lydian wouldn't work over this. No. G Lydian, for sure. Yeah, and fourths, absolutely. Let's try A Lydian again. I mean, look, if you want to get like a kind of an outside sound, you can do it. This is the thing, too. And I don't think you need to apologize at all for being like, I'm sorry that A Lydian sounded dope. This is the thing, it's cause and effect. You create an effect by something that you play. I could play like the most like just out, let's see. I could play that, and to someone, they're going to be like, yeah. I could play like something that doesn't even work over these chords, you know, like E flat minor. And someone's going to be like, yeah. But if I put in the you know, the changes with some outside stuff, then yeah, you're creating like a tension and release effect. Exactly, that's when we get ugly, for sure. Jeffrey Boyle, how you doing? Nice to see you. And yeah, Keller Fridge, pentatonics absolutely rule. 90, yeah, you're right. 90% of the time, those filthy lines turn out to be just pentatonics. Look, the greatest improvisers use pentatonics. They use a lot of pentatonics. They know how to use it when and how to use it. That's the thing. It's like, you know, you mix in like common words with like more bigger words, if you want to look at it that way. So that's the thing. And you're right, Hartvig, yeah. As long as the resolution points, absolutely. That's the whole thing of, you know, when playing outside the box, you're bringing it back in. Otherwise, if you're just going to play that, like, A Lydian, absolutely, it's going to be like, So that's what happens. So, yeah. And here's a really cool thing. In terms of, like, okay, take your pentatonic. Let's say, so if I'm doing like a C sharp, or even like pretty much an A major pentatonic. Which, you know, also works over this. So in a way, sure, yeah, you can play an A major. So there's some sort of A major in there. It's just not going to be Lydian, right? But if I play either like a C sharp minor pentatonic, a really cool way to like get more out of like a line like this. Instead of just playing it like, okay, ascending and descending. How about we like randomize it as well? It gives you some different shapes. So it's a really good way to break out of that cycle of playing stuff that is ascending and descending. You can randomize things to train your hands to kind of just play anything in any order. Because when we practice scales and arpeggios and all that, what are we doing? We're doing ascending to descending and all that, up and down, right? But we don't spend a lot of time randomizing it, right? And that's just from like one thing. You can take a say even like just an arpeggio, let's say E minor 7 arpeggio. And if you want to play the octave in there, I'll put a C natural in there. Let's add in the 9th, so it's going to be, right? Randomize that. And you'll find notes that are like really good places to like start as well. But the important thing is that you get some different shapes, you get some different sounds from doing it. Instead of just going which, you know, is not bad at all, but that's not the only thing you can play. How about we just move it all around? And so this is really good to do when even just practicing scales, you know, like say like C major scale. Instead of just going like doing like random jumps, like going from the 2nd to the 6th, you know, that's an important one to be able to do. So that's something that if you want to just have another way of just practicing your scales and arpeggios other than just going ascending and descending, just randomize it. Put it in a random order. You can even literally take any scale and write out the intervals and then just play through it. It's a good way, again, of breaking out of that way of only just getting used to playing. And especially when you improvise as well. Your improvising doesn't sound like you're just playing scales. You can actually make some music. Take a 3-note shell voicing. Something like that you can put in a random order, just using just those 3 notes. Use the different octaves. You can come up with different shapes and different sounds. So that's something to definitely experiment with if you haven't had a go with that. Just want to remind everyone, if you just joined us here, welcome. This is the last This is the last Thursday/Friday live stream of 2025. I do have one more next week, the one that I do earlier in the week, which is usually at like midnight Pacific Standard Time, because I'm able to get a lot of people who are in Europe and Africa and Asia, even like Australia and all that. But if you're here, welcome. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, down below are my links to my Bass with Benjamin resources. And because we're in the holiday season, you know what that means? It means I'm having a sale! So, starting tomorrow, so essentially when a lot of you wake up, starting tomorrow, all my courses will be $15.99. All right? They'll be discounted to that price. And if you join my bass coaching, my one-on-one bass coaching / mentoring program, where you work with me, I work with you to help you with any of your bass challenges. All right? You can get that for 10% off. 10% discount if you join up of any of the bass coaching programs. All right? As well as if you want to take just a one-off, one-on-one lesson with me for like 30 minutes or 60 minutes to focus on anything that you have in mind, something you have having trouble with, and you just need someone to just guide you just for 30 minutes or 60 minutes, that is also 10% off. That's starting tomorrow. All right? But make sure that you get in, because it will be for 1 week. And I want to also mention that all of these things, all of my resources can be gifted as well. You can gift it to other people, or if you want someone to gift it to you, like say, hey, Auntie Jane, for Christmas or, for Hanukkah or for whatever celebration you do these holidays, I would like to have the 12-month, I would like to study with Benjamin for 12 months in his coaching program, and you can gift that to me. Here's the link. So you can do that. All right. Everything is giftable and can be gifted to you, or you can gift it to your friends and family, to whoever. So tomorrow, sale is happening. Okay. Super excited. Really excited. I've also been working on a new course, and I hope to have that up soon. Okay. So stay tuned. Really excited about this, but that's all down below. I've been drinking my green tea here. If you'd like to buy me some more green tea or a coffee or a matcha latte, you can, and also help support this channel and what I do here at Bass with Benjamin, you can click down below for my Ko-fi coffee link, that however you say it. I'm not sure how you actually say it, even though they have a picture of a coffee cup on their logo. But you can, that's down below. So all my links are down below, where you can get involved. And what are you saying? Joke's on you. I want my improvising to sound like I'm going up and down the scales. It's like, yeah, totally, man. Hey, look, if you can make it sound hip and you can take people on a journey with that, then go for it. If you can make that your thing. Now it just sounds like Christmas music, right? What if I did it as like all minor major sevenths, right? So I did it as like just, you know, playing a root in a major seven. What if I did it as like minor major seven? What would that sound like? I'll do it up high. What else? How about augmented fifths? This is a good way to get, you know, to get used to theory and all that. It's like, hey, let me try playing this, but with like different intervals. Let's keep the melody note the same, but let's change it. It's a good way to get into reharmonization, which is what I just did there. It sounds like soap. It really does. I'm going down the South Park here. I didn't think of that, man. That's you know, like, that's crazy. Especially with this like kind of like this like, you know, this beat back here like has like zero like context with it, right? That's the thing. Oh man, I lost my train of thought now. What I was gonna do. But that's the thing is like you could take the melody note and like just play something else with it. But you know. You can see some Jacob Collier type of stuff. I'll play some tunes. Play along with some tunes. Tunesies. Let's see what I got. Clearly the caffeine has just been slowly just been doing its thing. Caffeining. Is that even a word? The caffeine has been caffeining has been caffeinating. I like caffeining better. What do you think? Caffeining or caffeinated? Yeah, see, I can't even do it. All right, let's get my little music player here going. But you know, some of my favorite moments in the live streams this past year. Hey, Gil, what's up? How you doing? Nice to see you. The favorite show of the week is on. Hey, you just missed the Christmas. I don't know if you saw it or not. You just missed the Christmas medley that I just played. You know, well, it wasn't a medley. It was really just the same tune, but played differently. Hold on. I'm like, what is going on here? Let me try and open this again. But some of my favorite moments in these live streams, first of all, meeting all you cats. You cats who just come every single week, who show up. It's been really great. The great questions, talking about a lot of things. Another one was where I played through the Quilter for the very first time. I'd literally gotten it like a day or two before, and so I hadn't really played it, and so that was a really fun one, and that was one of my favorite moments, especially the CEO of Quilter was like, he was watching at the same time. Um, so that was really fun. I can't remember which live stream that was. Maybe 13 or 14. I'm not too sure. I can't remember. But that was a lot of fun. I think just overall, being able to. I mean, even some of the tech difficulties have been pretty funny as well. Like when I'll be playing, and then I'm playing along to the tracks, and then you cats can't hear the track, and I'm just jamming and all, and you're just watching me, and it's only like 3 minutes in or whatever, I realize, oh, okay, yeah, no one can hear that, so. But you can hear my bass. Bass sounds great, but the can't hear what you're playing to. Done a few of those. Or even when suddenly the Temu Wi-Fi just like kind of packed in, and I had to like restart the computer and all. That's happened a few times, but it's just something where like I've had a lot of fun doing all this. So let's see what I'm gonna play along to. Hey, Gil, why don't you grab all of those? Get yourself comfortable, right? You have your bass with you. You got your popcorn. You got your drink. You know, all at your disposal right there, right? So let's see. I'm gonna start over. I've played a lot of kind of soloing stuff, and which is what usually happens. I'm gonna play a tune. I'm going to play a number of tunes today because why not? I love playing tunes, and it's nice to just kind of bring things back to earth by being a band member, going from being a soloist. So some of these tunes I have to be a soloist. Do I have it on here? Oh, I gotta send it from my computer to my iPad. I have to read a chart for this tune. And what's cool is so when I started using an iPad, I feel like 12 years ago. Obviously, there was that whole thing before that. I would have to print out charts, and there was that thing of like, yeah, running out of ink, and then ink just being so expensive. And then I'd have to run over to like FedEx, Kinko's, or wherever, or some copy store, and get that all done. So putting everything on like an external, like little thumb drive or whatever, and having to do that. And it was only when I got the iPad where I was like, yes, thank you. I don't have to do that. And what's really cool is that it was to the point where everyone is sending MP3s and PDFs. So that meant that I have like a whole library of like a majority of the charts from gigs I've played for the last 11 years, which is so cool. And it's great material that I also use with my students as well. So I have charts from with Peter Erskine, from Lee Ritenour, John Beasley, Billy Childs. I have all these charts. I still have them, and so in terms of for a lot of my students, we work on a lot of reading through ensemble charts, which have like a mixture of lead sheet stuff and then also written out bass lines. These are really good exercises, really great. To just play along to and to practice with. So it's been a huge benefit, and also it's great too because when I do these live streams, it means that I can play these tunes and I can look at the chart and see if I still remember it. So I'm looking for this one. Where is it? And because there's so many. Okay, here we go. I'm going to just beam this to my iPad. And my iPad, this is the thing, my iPad is, because it's like 12 years old, I don't connect it to the internet anymore because you can't update it anymore. So I just use it to read charts, which is great. I can still airdrop stuff to it. I love it, which is what I'm trying to, and this is the thing, when it wants to accept airdrop, and sometimes that's not always the case. Sometimes you might just have to read this from the computer, which is totally fine. All right, so let's single page this. And so I'm going to play this tune. This is a really nice tune, real beautiful tune about a great drummer that I've gotten to play with, drummer and vocalist I've gotten to play with a bunch of times. You guys might know him, might have seen him with Snarky Puppy. His name is Jameson Ross. Incredible, super lovely cat, monstrous musician, monstrous drummer, just wonderful singer and composer. But I started playing with him just after he had won the Thelonious Monk drum competition. This was back in, and this is the beginning of 2015. As I started doing some playing with him, playing his music. He came out to LA, and because he was doing a tour where he had just released his first album, and so we were playing music from that. And this is a tune that I really love. This tune called "These Things You Are to Me." So I'm going to play this, start off with this, and then we'll ramp up into some more wild stuff. We'll see where we go. Thanks, cats.
Gentle is your love, softer than the breeze, radiant as a flower. These things you are to me, sweet as summer rain, quieter than the stream, brilliant as the sun. These things you are to me. Eyes that glow in the night, they sparkle like diamonds, reflecting like gold. Your nature's precious gift to my dreams. These things you are to me. Smoother than the wind blowing through the trees, fresh as morning air. These things you are to me. These things you are to me. sparkle like diamonds, reflecting like gold. Your nature's precious gift to my dream. These things you are, these things you are to me.
Beautiful. Such a beautiful voice, Jameson Ross. Such a wonderful cat. So, which I should reach out to him. Be like, hey man, how you doing? It's been a minute. He's always been such a nice cat. So let's carry on. I'm gonna play a Kenny Garrett tune. This is a tune we used to play a lot on gigs. Just a real fun, kind of funky, kind of jam. And this one's called GTDS. I have no idea what it means. No idea whatsoever. Actually, for the longest time, I didn't even know the name of this tune. Most of us didn't. We were like, oh, you know that Kenny Garrett tune? The one that goes, that one. You're like, oh, yeah. But we never knew what the name of it was. So I'm going to play that. Since we know the name of it, GTDS. Once this loads up. All right, let's have some fun. Thank you, cats. Man, that brings back some memories playing that tune on so many gigs. And we just stretch it out. And usually that B section, we would vamp that on the end. That what was that? That's it, yeah. Sharp 9. Fun. Might have to suggest that on a gig with some gigs that I have coming up in January, which is really cool. I'm going to play a few more tunes here. I appreciate you cats hanging out. And just a reminder that tomorrow I'm starting a sale with for all my Bass with Benjamin courses and my bass coaching and mentoring programs, and even just a one-off lesson that you can get with me. Starting tomorrow, all courses are going to be $15.99. And you can get 10% off if you join my bass coaching and mentoring program. It's a one-on-one program. You can study with me and get one-on-one guidance for like up to a year-long program. I have different durations, including a 3-month intensive where we work every week or every 2 weeks, depending on your preference. And that's going to be 10% off. So links are down below. Make sure you save those because tomorrow those will go in effect. So those will be 10% off if you just want to get a one-on-one lesson with me. 30-minute or 60-minute lesson, also 10% off. All right, so since it's like the end of the year, it's the holiday season, having a sale. All right, so make sure you get in. And also, you can gift these things too, and they can be gifted to you. All right, so if you want to have if you have a cool Auntie Jane or, Uncle Bob or, Cousin Larry, whoever, or, Cousin Sheila, whoever, or, they can get you these as gifts, or if you want to give it as gifts, courses or the programs, you can do so as well. All right. Securitron. I just put my bass down for the day because I was getting annoyed at my ineptitude. Well, you're in the right place here, and I'm glad you said that because sometimes you gotta have a break. There's no point in getting more and more frustrated. Sometimes you just have to be like, okay, let me just take a break for a bit. And let me go listen to some things. You can also take a break from that as well. But it's good to just, I'm just going to put the bass down. I'm not quite feeling it right now. I'm not feeling what I'm doing. And that's totally normal. So thank you for being honest with that. And as also a good reminder that now and then you just need to do that. And then come back when you're feeling inspired, you're feeling more refreshed, and you a lot of times you come back and you're like, okay, cool, feeling good, right? I'm going to play a tune. I'm going to play a tune here that I played with, I got to do some playing with Mike Stern, one of the greatest guitar players, musicians ever, and that I've had the fortune of being able to work with. Such a lovely cat as well, and just wow, I had to like pinch myself when I was like playing with him, and especially when we were like trading eights, or I was like But he's such a really cool dude, and just someone who just absolutely loves music, loves to play, and is always down to play with anybody, no matter what kind of music you're playing, no matter your level. He's always down to just share and be involved, and also learn as well. Like, he is someone who is the classic, forever student. And he's like mid-70s, right? And despite, his injuries that he went through like a few years ago, he's an example of when there's a will, there's a way of playing. It really is. So I'm going to play a tune here that I absolutely loved playing with him. It's a tune called KT. And I believe this was the initials of the drummer who played on this track, Kim Thompson, or Kimberly Thompson. And also on this track in particular, Michelle Deggiocello recorded bass on this, and she's one of my absolute favorites. She's also one of the greatest as well. Like, just absolutely like greasy, like funky, like groove and pocket, like, but someone who is also like I feel very underrated as a bass player. I've heard her pull out some like Jaco chops and all that, and like really like incredible like fluid, just proficiency and technique. And also she's got like, to me, she's got like this cross between like Jaco, Larry Graham, and Paul Jackson. Like that's how I can hear those influences in what she does. She's incredible. So this tune, KT by Mike Stern, also pulling up the chart here because I'm like, I thought it was on my iPad. I had to also save space on my iPad too. So some of the charts, I backed everything up to my computer, so that's all good. But anyway, I'm going to play KT. I'm going to have fun here. Let me get the volume level. It's not too crazy. Get my volume level. Woo! Man. That was a lot of that, and that brought back some memories too. Where with Mike, lot of fun, and man, he would just bring it. Talk about where when you're playing, you're forced to just keep up. That's how it is, and with him, his playing and the way he's done, it's relentless. You gotta keep up. And he doesn't vibe you on stage. He looks at you, he got a big smile, and he's like doing his thing, man. Oh man, it's so much fun. So just playing through that, I was like, oh man, that brought back some memories. What's up from London? How you doing? London, you must be. Oh, I know it's probably like past midnight there, right? And yeah, it's definitely, and it is some interesting jazz music indeed. It's definitely, so a tune like that was definitely a mixture of, obviously, that kind of like Bo Diddley, kind of New Orleans thing. Definitely on the fusion side, a little bit of rock and kind of funk thing, but using jazz vocabulary, jazz harmony, and just that language, right? So totally different from obviously straight ahead jazz, right? And so yeah, Securitron, I'm not really big on jazz, but I do like and definitely appreciate it. I mean, if you're a fan of any kind of contemporary rock music, how can you not appreciate jazz? Exactly, you said it right there. And that's the thing. And as I've learned as I've gotten older, it's music. I appreciate music if it makes me feel, takes me on a journey, makes me feel a certain way. Like I like it, right? I used to absolutely be only like a jazz snob and more of like a purist in that thing, that kind of form. But I've been able to, as I've worked with more and more musicians in different fields, in different genres, it's also helped me appreciate so much. Even music that I wouldn't have thought that I would, typically be into. But it's helped me just appreciate just everything that we do as artists. And yes, Marcus Miller is one of the greats, and a huge inspiration for me. And also just, yeah, he's someone who's like set that standard in terms of like, that kind of slap playing, thumping, as it's actually called. Oh. Yeah, it's hard to play it on the 6 string. I love Marcus. He is definitely one of the greatest that's who is here with us. And so I'm gonna play another interesting jazz music tune. Do you play the jazz? Do you like to play the jazz? That's what I've had a couple of those questions over the years. You are very good at playing the jazz. Thank you. I like to play the jazz. Where is it? So I'm going to play a tune here, and this is definitely more on the nerdy fusion side of things. And this is actually a band that I had back in college called Mr. Dan's, and this is a tune that we used to play that myself and our guitar player, a good friend of mine, Neil Cogan, had written called "Is That Right? Is That Right? Is That Right?" Because we used to like say that a lot back then. And actually, there is a video of us playing this here on my YouTube channel, actually, from like 15 years ago that you can actually check out. It was that same session. For some of you who have seen that video of me using the vocoder as we're playing Butterfly, this is from that same video shoot. And this is a tune I haven't played since those days. I haven't played this tune in at least 10 plus years, so I'm going to see if I still remember it. But it's a lot of fun, and this was myself, Neil Cogan on guitar, Milen Kirov on keyboards, Stephen J. Robinson, also known as Maestro Robinson, on drums. And so let's see if I still remember it. Oh man, I haven't played that in years. I haven't played that in such a long time. And so that was my band back in the day, back in college when I was like, I'm gonna have a fusion band, which I've had many over the years, and still kind of do. But that was like that was a group that I'd specifically put together so that I could write tunes for and just play the stuff that I wanted to play and be a band leader. So that was my first group of doing that. And thank you, glad you enjoyed that. I'm for not having heard that tune in a long time and also not having played that, because we played it so much and because I wrote it, of course, it's ingrained in me, that kind of tune. And I was really proud of that tune as well, when we would play that and when we had written that. So that was really exciting. Cats. That's it. That's it for today. That's it for this live stream, this Thursday/Friday live stream. I think at this point, a lot of you are now in Friday land, December 19th. This is the last one of this time slot for 2025. I do have one more, which is next week, and it's usually at 12 midnight Pacific Standard Time on you can look at it as it's on Tuesday. So I do this twice a week. Typically Tuesdays and Thursdays/Fridays. That's the thing, is catering for the time, the different time differences has definitely been a little bit of a challenge, but also it's been getting me to a little more quicker with who's up and who's asleep, and just seeing who's around when doing these. So thank you. I appreciate you, cats. And again, if you haven't liked and subscribed, please do. You'll get notified every time I go live and whenever I post anything. And also, my all my bass resources are down below in the description box. Tomorrow, I start a holiday sale, if you want to call it that, where my courses will be discounted instead of $19.99, and some of them are actually $49.99. All the courses each are going to be $15.99, even the ones that are usually $49. All right, so that's starting tomorrow, and you can get these as a gift. You can have someone get it as a gift, give it as a gift to you, as well as my bass coaching mentoring programs. Those will be 10% off if you want to join and study with me for up to a year. 12-month program where I give you one-on-one guidance every single week, give you feedback on your playing. I help you construct bass goals to help you with your bass playing. So if you're stuck in a rut, you need someone to just help you and guide you and mentor you. That's what I'm here to do. This is what Bass with Benjamin is all about. You can study with me. I have different duration programs. The links are down below. But starting tomorrow, all those will be 10% off. As well as you want to just take a one-off lesson with me. You don't want to do like a long program. You can just take a one-off 30-minute or 60-minute lesson. It's called Straight to the Point lessons. And those are 10% off as well. All right, so coaching, so any lessons with me, coaching programs, those are 10% off. All courses are $15.99 each. All right, so make sure you get in while those deals are happening. But again, I want to thank you all. And yes, thank you, Securitron, and thank you for jumping on. And I appreciate it. Feel free to come anytime I'm on here. And thanks for the subscribe. And folks, wherever you are in the world, please take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Obviously, end of the year, people are trying to make a lot of things happen. A lot of people are having all kinds of feelings as well, which, it is normal. But just be kind to one another. All right? Be kind to yourselves as well. Enjoy playing your music. And again, thank you so much for showing up this past year. If I don't see you at my final live stream next week, thank you so much. I appreciate all your support. Everything that you've done, showing up, asking questions, and just connecting, being a part of this great wider community. This way, we definitely make the world a smaller place when we can connect from all corners of the globe. So thank you. I appreciate it. I'm going to play a little, as usual, exit music. Exit is out through those doors over there. Make sure you tip your bar staff and wait staff and all that. Don't leave any of your belongings behind. Make sure you take everything with you. The restrooms are over there. But yeah, I didn't really have to say those things anyway on gigs. But on this gig, maybe I do. So thank you again, everyone. I appreciate you all. A little bit of exit music while you all vacate the premises. All right, folks. See you again next time.